But one thought I've always just had is I wonder if my sister forgives me.
I think, oh, that's my mom. My mom's here.
You know, she's always taught me to be unapologetically myself.
We would stand here. The therapy was like stand here for 30 seconds.
She's hated me. At the same time that she's hated me, she's needed me.
The first time I think we started to know something might be wrong with Vanessa or different, she was on a trip with family. We got a call in the middle of the trip, like she's stuck inside, she won't come out, she's afraid, and my nephew had gotten a tick. She has, barricaded herself in the house, won't come around, won't go near her, something's wrong.
The first signs I saw of OCD in Thomas, we had an empty house because we had construction going on. And what he'd do is he'd look up at the ceiling a lot, just by, he'll look at you and then all of a sudden stare up.
I would notice a lot in the bathroom. A lot of it was centered around the bathroom, which of course we shared. Whether he'd take really long showers to the point where I know it'd bother our mom and get her frustrated because water would be leaking.
But the day she told us, or she told me, I won't forget it either, that she was having constant thoughts of vomiting, I immediately knew she had OCD. And my feeling was, oh no, because I knew it was a big thing. I knew that it wasn't something that in a day was going to go away.
As a mother, when your child is hurt, you want to fix it. You just want to fix it and make it better. And when I started doing all the reading, I realized that I was never going to be able to make it better. And that was a really, really hard pill. And as you can see, it's still hard as a mom to not take that away from him.
I think for her, she was just trying to get through it. And I did not expect this. I think she was just so tired. And I think she tried, I mean, obviously we both did not even understand what was going on. So I think she tried to parent, and that probably exacerbated the symptoms because we didn't realize what it was.
She went from being somebody who was completely active to instantaneously sitting and crying, nonstop. It was not a gradual process for us. It was a complete emotional difference that was very clear to see. And she would talk about being sad, and she would talk about being scared. And the word anxiety was not a word that was typical in our household. It was not something we knew enough about to use as a term for what we were describing.
Boy, this is bringing back a lot of memories.
Are you gonna cry?
No, it's just bringing back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
The compulsions that, the questioning, I remember the questioning, and then having just, when she was in treatment and I was told, you can't answer these questions. And Hannah would get mad if I wouldn't answer them. And it was hard for me to participate in not answering them.
I was an angsty little teen.
I would say all the time it felt like we were dealing with Vanessa's OCD rather than Vanessa.
Because you kind of have to separate the OCD and Tommy. So we did. We literally would say, that's Tommy, that's OCD.
Sometimes I think that might have helped us deal with it, that this was not our daughter doing this to us. This was the anxiety, the fear that she had, this disorder that was causing it. But it was still hard to kind of get through.
We would do the litany of questions and I would answer them. Then I would be basically afraid all day that I was going to get a call from the school. Mom, come get me. It was tough. I sometimes didn't even venture far from the school.
I didn't know that.
And I didn't get myself involved in anything that I couldn't get away from. So it was very controlling. It controlled me.
It really did.
Her OCD controlled me.
I think they had kind of sheltered me from really how severe it was. I think they wanted to let me go off to college and enjoy those 4 years. And so I didn't really understand how severe it was. Then I came home from college, and his hands were so red and just peeling. And I just remember trying not to show my emotions because I felt like I'm sure he already has everyone looking at him like that. He doesn't need me to. I just remember his face. And he just kind of looked at me.
I worry about her all the time. That hasn't changed. It might be, I mean, that fact hasn't changed. It might be in a different way, but I worry about her all the time. I worry about losing her all the time. And I know how it wears a person down, and I know how depression sets in. It's a chronic illness. So I do worry about it.
It's almost like there's a glaze that goes over her eyes, and you can't penetrate meaning into the conversation. She has completely shut down in her fear, and you are unable to rationalize in a way where you normally would. And that's where the irrationality of OCD kicks in. The amount of things going on in her head, whether she was sharing with us or not, overloaded her so much that until she stopped, you couldn't actually get her to think about going to sleep. And you would literally see, this is real, you would literally see her body go, and then you could talk to her again. And until that moment, your child was just not who you could talk to.
The things that she ended up being able to do, I celebrated way harder than any other parent. I know it. When she went to prom, it was just the happiness that I had for her was just, you know, every parent is happy to see their kid grow up and go to prom and stuff, but I think I appreciated it so much more because I knew how hard it was for her.
My most proud was watching him walk across the stage last week, or a couple weeks ago, getting his master's degree, because I didn't think that he would graduate high school. I didn't think he would graduate college sometimes, you know, there were times. And I couldn't believe that he had gotten his master's, you know, after everything he had gone through.
I think what I'm most proud of about my brother as well as my mom is the impact he's had on so many people and such a positive influence.
She's just really courageous. Vanessa is, she's a strong, good spirit who approaches every day thinking it's going to be a good day. And she doesn't let the hard days get in the way of looking at things positively.
Thomas has surprised me every day. He's surprised me every day. Every day.
I'm so proud of my daughter. She is a shining star. I know that sounds corny, but there is so much that is special about her. There's just so much that's special about her.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Shining star.
I don't know. I told you I wouldn't be good at this. Should I say something else?